Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, guys. First of all, let us thanks to God. With His grace, we can gather on the opportunity this morning. Thank you for the opportunity has given us to make this presentation. Guys, this presentation will discuss about education policy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Before we start the presentation, I will read out the schedule as follows. The first session will be the opening, followed by the second session, introduction. The third session is the presentation. The fourth session is a question and answer session. The last one is the closing session. Well, guys, let's open our meeting by saying Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Before we head into the next session, allow me to introduce the team. I'm Zulfati Nafisah as the moderator, Dendita Franesti as the presenters, Santi Sartika and Risa Widianti as the audience. To shorten the time, let's head over to the presentation session. For Dita Franesti, the floor is yours.
Oke, thank you Zulfatin Nafisa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for coming to this presentation. I am glad to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dita Franesti. I am from the Indonesian Language and Literature Education Study Program. In this opportunity, I would like to explain about education policy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next slide. First, I will explain to you about the problem faced in learning during the pandemic. Problems experienced. Teacher. One, teacher have difficulty managing distance learning and then focus on curriculum completion. Two, less learning time, so the teacher is not possible meet the clock load test. 3. Teacher communication difficulties with parent as partner at home. Parent. 1. Not all parents can accompany children to study in home because there is responsibility. 2. Difficulties of parents in understand the lesson and motivate children when help studying at home. Student. 1. Students have difficulty concentrating study from home and complaining about the vague assignment of question from the teacher. 2. Increased sense of stress and saturate due to installation with sustainable potential cause anxiety and depression for children. 3. Access to learning resource, either due to problem with electricity or internet coverage, as well as phone for access. Okay, next. And then negative impact of learning outside of school. Rate of dropout. 1. Children have to work. The risk of dropping out of school due to children are forced to work for help with family finance in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. 2. Parental perception. Many parents can see the role of school in the teaching and learning process when the process learning is not carried out face-to-face. decreasing learning outcome. 1. Learning achievement gap. Difference in access and quality during distance learning can lead to gaps learning achievement, especially for children from different socio-economic backgrounds. 2. Learning loss risk. The study found that classroom learning produce achievement better academic time compared to distance learning. Child violence and external risk. 1. Undetected violence. Without school, many children were trapped in house violence undetected by the teacher. 2. External risk. When the child no longer come to school, there is an increased risk for early marriage, exploitation children, especially girls, and teenage pregnancy. Next. Principles of education policy during the COVID-19 pandemic. 1. Health and safety of student, educator, staff education, family, and community are top priorities in setting learning policy. 2. The growth and development of student and psychosocial condition also become consideration in the fulfillment of educational service during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next. The last, two new policies in education. 1. Expansion of face-to-face learning for yellow zone. Face-to-face learning is allowed for all level in the green and the zone yellow. 2. Emergency curriculum. In special condition, schools are given flexibility to choose curriculum according to the learning needs of students. Learning enhancement modules are made to support implementation of the emergency curriculum in special condition. That was my presentation. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, you can ask them in the question and answer session. That is all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you for Gita Pranasti as presenters. Well, guys, now we are come to the question and answer session. Please raise your hand or open mic before giving question. Any question maybe? Okay, Risa Widianti, welcome.
Okay. Hello, if you have permission to ask, first let me introduce myself, Risa Widianti, saying the development of the pandemic. It is not clear when it will end, whether education in Indonesia will continue to be done online and what policies are given by the government for students who have never done offline learning at school. Will the student continue to do online learning or what? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Risa Widiati. So education policies during this pandemic also prioritize the health and safety of students. So that face-to-face learning is not done boldly, but learning can be done face-to-face for area that already have green and yellow zone, and school have provide face-to-face learning opportunities. The final decision rests with the parent. But the Ministry of Educational and Culture has also taken initiative to help overcome the challenge faced by teacher, parents, and students during distance learning so that it can continue to run smoothly. That's my answer. I hope I can answer your question.
Okay, Santi Sartika, welcome.
Okay, thank you. If you have permission to ask, first let me introduce myself. My name is Santi Sartika. Okay, from what you described earlier, there are many negative impact of online learning during the pandemic, starting from the high dropout rate in Indonesia, the emergence of ocean low laziness in learning, and of course, also having the impact on the physical of the child himself. But in this case, of course, there are also positive events if you see very small. Therefore, my question is, what solution do you offer to overcome the negative impact that arise as a result of this online learning? Then how do students keep their enthusiasm for learning until the end? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, I thank you in advance for the question. I will try to answer the question from Santi Sartika. A solution that can be taken to deal with this negative impact include one, make a study plan which can be a determinant so that we learn comfortable. Two, as much as possible submit assignment on time. Three, by noting important materials so that we can remember them more easy. And four, prepare snack or listen to music. Maybe that's the tips and trick that do hopeful answer the question from Santi Sartika.
Okay, thank you, Gita.
Okay, guys, maybe two questions is enough for us now. Well, guys, finally, we are come to the last schedule. We would like to say thanks again for the presenters and all of the audience for active participation. The conclusion of presentation today is continuity of teaching and learning that is not carried out in school has the potential to have a prolonged negative impact, so that the principle of educational policy during the COVID-19 pandemic must be applied. Meanwhile, so anticipate the negative consequence and issue of distance learning, the government implement two new policies, namely the expansion of face-to-face learning for the yellow zone and emergency curriculum. Hopefully, the presentation will give benefit for us. Thank you for your attention. See you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.